Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out Hub Planet Qward Free Roam for LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. Now on the right hand side you can see the list of collectibles that we obtain. All 7 gold bricks, all 3 character / vehicle tokens, all 5 quests, and of course Adam West. So quick links can be found below in the video description. And with that being said, let's go ahead and start off with the moon base here. And you can, of course, use the Bat computer to select the Qward area if you've already been there. Otherwise, build up the bricks bouncing in front of the door and head into the Slideways teleporter like you see us doing now. And eventually, we come in and we slide in sideways. Oh, yeah. And right off the bat, we see our good buddy, the Green Lantern. So we're going to go ahead and see what he has to say. And this is actually the first quest, as I mentioned, and it's a long one. And it's highly suggested, because you probably have already done this, that you use the quick link down below for gold brick number 1, which will help you speed through this video. Now, if you're stuck on this for whatever reason, or you're just hanging out, welcome, and glad to have you, and let's see what Mr. Green Lantern has to show us. Basically, Qward is a very hot, molten lava-like planet, and it's very orange and kind of pinkish and reds, and got all sorts of hues in there. It's a nice hue going there. And again, I believe that these tours take you through pretty much where all of the objectives are on these planets. Now, you may miss 1 or 2, but I think for the most part it does whiz you through. So, you do come across a couple of baddies and go ahead and protect him and get your cha-cha-cha-cha-cha on, smack him around. Now, so far this planet, this one gave us a little bit of trouble. I wouldn't say it's been the hardest so far, but it's certainly given us a little bit of an issue. There was a couple of characters that needed to be found, and I couldn't find them, but we'll get to that later. And we're going to keep making our way around here following Mr. Lantern. I don't know why he walks with those big old flippers on. I mean, I get it, he's a duck, and he's got big old duck feet, but come on now, it's got to be a little impractical. Maybe he could clip his toenails or something. And again, another set of baddies comes out, so get your heat ray out. That's my favorite thing to do. It just takes them out. You don't even have to move. You just press and hold one button. It's the lazy man way to take all the baddies out. So go ahead and use it if you like. Or if you like spamming those buttons, spam on, spam on. Now, like I said, this is kind of a long quest, and we are over halfway through it right now. But he's just taking us through and showing us what's going down. What's going on? I thought about speeding this up like, super ultra fast, but, whatever. Some people don't like it when I go ultra fast, so I just left it as is, and hopefully you guys can bear with it or use the quick links below to get through it. Now, see, this guy, I'm pretty sure that he walks us right by all 5 of the characters that I was looking for later in this video, but earlier whilst recording, and, yeah. I will have to say he does walk right by a majority of them. And we finish right where that quest starts. What a coincidence. All right, he gives us a nice little speech here, and then he also kicks down a gold brick. Now, keep in mind, these gold bricks go to your overall total, but the quest bricks do not count towards the gold bricks in the area. So we're going to go ahead and looky there. There's our first gold brick that we need to take out. Now, this one does require us to use Batman in the sonar suit, but we have the wrong pieces. So we always recommend, when you cannot figure out what to do, that you take to the sky and take a peek. Now, once we get up here, we notice that there are a couple of more glass cases on the back side here, so we're gonna switch on over to Batman with the sonar suit again, and it gets a little weird. The camera took a funny twist on us. We can see that one has a hidden switch inside, so bust that bad boy open and flip the switch. Once you do, it'll actually give us access to a little pad up there, so we'll go ahead and hop on the pad. And you can see there's a little power hub there. We're gonna go ahead and have to switch to our electricity suit and pump it up. All right, one of these days we'll get it, huh? All right. And once we do, it actually takes the power away, and the laser beams disappear, allowing us access into where the gold brick is. So I actually thought I was going to be able to make this jump right here. And ready, 3, 2, 1, fail. Oh, bummer deal. But climb up there, and once you get up to the top, you're going to have to use the sonar suit one more time. So we got that bad boy. Here we go. Come on, one of these days. And booyaka show. All right, all right, all right. We got that gold brick. Time to move on. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, and look at that. It's a race. I hope I win. Go ahead and queue yourself up and get ready to roll out. This one is a little bit tricky. There's this little kind of goal post up there you got to slide through. It's the top of the tower, but it looks like a goal post. And, of course, you know, we always recommend that you try to use the double tap of the jump whenever needed to help boost the old bean effect. And in this case, it's a little bit difficult because of the angle of the planet, but eventually you'll make it around and find that purple hoop. And that gold brick will be yours. Speaking of gold brick, here's another one. This one's a little bit trickier. There's a series of Plastic Man grates, but we got the one lined up for you. So go ahead and go right over behind where you find the gold brick, and you'll find a strong man smash. Go ahead and bust it open, switch to Plastic Man, and slip on through to the other side. Look at that. You probably spent a bunch of time flipping through a bunch of those grates, but you know what? We actually, to be honest with you, I played my sons and on this level, and that's how I knew. Tricky, tricky. Anyways, yeah. So here we go. Green Lantern, the next quest. This one is pretty simple. He has a little bit of a rat infestation, so we're going to go ahead and take care of all those rats by using our heat ray. So I think there's 30 of them, 20 or 30 of them. We'll find out here in a second. And once we get these guys a-roasting, yep, here they come. Let's see here. But we do speed this up a little bit because it is kind of a process. Yep, 30 of them. So here we go. You know, come to think about it, this is probably not a good idea. Hopefully he brought his Superman nose plugs as well, because, you know, burning a little bunch of golden mice, I mean, that burning hair has got to be, you might be better off chawing them up. But either way, there are 30 of them that will continuously come in. And I do believe that the heat ray is probably the fastest, just because you could gain so much ground by just standing in one place and looking around, but you never know. It might work out a better way, another way. So get all 30 of them, and he will give us a little story and, of course, a gold brick. So, woohoo, he says. All right, my deepest fears will think twice before manifesting again. I don't know if that was a good Daffy or not, but... All right, we'll collect our prize and roll out. What do you think's next? How about we go find a character token? Look at this. Look, what's Batman doing? He was like climbing an invisible ladder with like his head. It looked like he had super glue. Remember those old super glue commercials? If you're old enough, you might know what I'm talking about. Where the guy super glued the construction helmet and put it on that big old bar, and then he like held onto it and was like hanging from it. Remember that? That's kind of what he looked like, didn't he? Anyways. Moving along, we went over to the next beam of light, and it happens to be a big door with a glass case on the front of it. So we'll go ahead and it off with our sonar ray. And then it was weird. We had a little bit of a glitch here where we couldn't use the grapple. So I don't know if the sonar suit is not capable of that or what, but we had to switch over to Batman again. Then we find ourselves a Plastic Man grate in the back of the room. You do have to smash some things up to find that, so you might have to smash some stuff up. But switch it up, and it'll take you up top of the room. Technically, you could literally just fly up to the top of the room. But we go ahead and use the grate anyways. And over on this upper level in the corner here, there's a box. But if you break the box open, you'll find a switch. So do that, flip the switch, and yeah, guess what? Character token happens to be for Zatanna. I guess you could... Zatanna. That sounds kind of... controversial though, doesn't it? Who knows? I believe it's Zatanna. I've never heard of Zatanna, but no, me. I love that when he does the chant. All right, right up top here, right up above where we were, and a little bit further over, you can see the next building over here has a beam of light on it too. And right off the bat, we should have known we have to switch down into the so small size so we can get inside. But we thought there might have been a grate or something. And look at that glitch. I dropped down onto this level here, and all of a sudden my guy is inside. Like, how is that? And I thought, oh, I'm going to save him with him. Make it easy. But then, wait, how will you guys know how to do that? So I immediately switched back in hopes that I wouldn't free him, and I didn't. And we're going to go up top, and, you could switch to the Atom, or you could use, the red brick for mini characters, which is what we're going to do. So we'll go ahead and switch that on, and we all get so small. Now we'll drop into this little area here and flip the switch. Booyakashow, and look at that. The little miniature Adam West poops out a bunch of studs that are as big as he is. That's just ready. Boom, look at that. I don't even want to know where those came from. I know I always say that, but seriously, those studs were like, you stack those studs up, a lot bigger than he was. Anyways, we'll go ahead and turn those bricks, or that brick off and get big again, and we'll move along. Next is another gold brick, which happens to be up on this big building here, and the top there is a seal on one of the little towers that's gold. Use the heat ray to destroy it and drop on inside and grab your gold brick. If you have not got the trophy achievement for the bouncy bounce, go ahead and bounce 50 times there and you'll get that as well. And moving right along, we find ourselves another race. Go ahead and start this one off. This one's a little bit easier. It's pretty short and sweet, but it does have a big right turn, and it's like a U-turn, really. And then it's a hard left. Again, we always recommend using a flying character, and I don't believe there are any options to fly a vehicle on this planet. I don't think any of the planets have those. I know Oa did. Oh. Either way, worst case scenario, you might have to start it over, but after a couple times, you should know the path and make it through. All right, over here at the next glowing light, we find ourselves a big old strongman wall. We're going to smash it down because Superman can do that. And then we'll use our heat ray to go ahead and blast that box open and check it out. It's Firefly character vehicle token. Oh, to the yeah. We're getting pretty close to that 10 billionage up there. You see all those studs we got? That was a lot. All right, the next glowing light happens to be this giant red door. It's like a garage of some sort, but however will we get in there? Well, up top on the building, you might have noticed some boxes. Bust them up. And go ahead and take Batman or Shazam or Black Adam or anybody with electricity and go ahead and charge it up. All right, we had to switch suits there, and booyakashow. Once you, I think you're given power rather than taketh. And once you make it happen, it charges it up and opens the door. And then we go ahead and fall off the backside. Whoopsie. But we'll fly around to the front, or I guess it was kind of the side. But anyways, once inside, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Whatever will we do? There is a switch hiding on the right side of the room. I thought it had something to do with that, but it fooled me. It's right here over on the right. So destroy all the stuff around, flip the switch, and watch your gold brick pop up and snag it before leaving the building. All right. The next glowing building over here has a bunch of bouncing blue Batman flags on it. The hardest one to note is on this cogwheel back here, so make sure you get that guy. And there are a total of 9 of them, so feel free to re-click the Character Vehicle Token 3 button at the quick links below and re-watch this, because this one might be a little tricky. But like I said, there are a total of 9, and there we go, the 9th one. We finally rang it off, and booyakashow, character token up at the top. Batwing. That's pretty awesome, eh? All right, moving along. We got a quest right down below us, kind of around the corner here. We see it by the glowing. Oh, and this is the one. All right, remember I said I had some issues finding some guys on this. Well, this is the mission, and as a result of that, apparently took too long, and the mission reset. So there are a total of 5 slaves under mind control here, but they're also attached via silver chains. You need to bust these silver chains using Batman's power suit. And the first couple, unfortunately, you don't get to see us go through that animation because, like I said, it was messed up. We did speed this up tremendously. Not too fast, though. You should be able to follow. A little fun fact about these slaves is they will jump up on these little walkways. So otherwise, you'd have to walk all the way around, and it's a long walk to make it all the way around. But you're going to have to guide 5 of these guys back after freeing them. So the first one was right off to the right of where we started. Number 2 is kind of back and over to our left, depending on how we're looking at things. And the third one is going to be out around the other side of the building from where we just found that guy. So use the power suit to go ahead and blast the chains and free them and bring them back. And the last two are over on the far right side over here. So he's hiding behind this little building here and kind of tucked away under the bridge. So go ahead and this guy, you can see we hadn't freed him yet. So free him and go ahead and use the button indicated to make him follow you. And rather than run him all the way back and come all the way back over here, we suggest you grab the final guy and make him follow you too. But don't get too far ahead of him because you might leave him behind. So the final guy is right over here hiding behind one of these, I don't know what we'd call this. It's definitely some sort of a station. And then we got to make it back to that glowing light. So we see it's over there, but how do we get there? We got this island, and we got to make it all the way up and over, go across the bridge, and then make your way wrapping back around. Again, don't get too far ahead of these guys. You could leave them behind. I was pushing it right there. But they all make it, and it was weird. If you notice, it said 4 or 5 and 4 or 5 when they both came in. I'm not sure what happened there. But he gives us a nice little thumbs up. And I'm sure it was a happy thumbs up. And we'll go ahead and take the gold brick for doing his dirty work for him. You're welcome, Daffy. It's about to be duck season, I tell you what, making us do all your dirty work. All right, next we got a gold brick. It's going to be right up around the way. There's like this little kind of arena. I don't know if I'd Coliseum or something perhaps. And there's this race in here. This race is the trickiest of them all. There is a switch in the middle of the room that you need to press before you start the race. Make sure that your ends are open, and then you're going to need to press it several times during this race. So you can see I've already pressed it twice. I got to go in the corner, get this one guy, and then I got to drop down the middle again. One more time, jump. Oh. Push the button. All right, it opens it up. All right, I got to drop down there one more time, push the button before I can get to the final one, and booyaka show. That is a tough one. There we go, finally. Look at that. Look at that. That was, I literally had to do that one 5 or 6 times. I won't even lie. I ain't even lying. All right. Last but not least, we have 2 quests. And that is going to be pretty simple stuff. This next one is right over here. Loonturn needs a help one more time. Actually, he needs our help 2 more times. But this one, we need to change into a big character. This one was kind of tricky for me, too. I was thinking that I was going to need to switch into multiple characters to coax the different size characters here. You'll see them in a second. But it turns out you just need one big guy. So switch to one of your big characters. And unfortunately, even though Superman is a strong character, he will not qualify for this. So we use the old Solomon Grumpy. And basically, you got to go and, hit him a few times, and then the icon will pop up. Once the icon pops up, hit it, and then run them back, and then rinse and repeat. Now, you can't actually do them all at once. I was unaware of this the first 2 times, and then the second two I grab at once. So you can go ahead and punch the dog, the cat, and the rat at this point. But like I said, I do the dog and run him back. And all right, and then the other 2. Here we go, pow, and yep, follow us, and pow, yep, follow us. All right, let's do it, and oh yeah, we got that one, and of course, Mr. Green Loonturn is going to thank us with an extra long speech that takes, oh, so long, and yeah. So, what do you guys think? What so far we've gotten a couple of the planets done. Is there a planet that you find harder than others? We'd love to hear any info or feedback on the game you want to leave us. We'd be happy to read and converse with you on. So, drop some comments down below or head on over to Facebook. Don't forget, too, we've been running weekly contests on Friday, and we've been giving away all sorts of fun stuff. Lego sets, t-shirts, stickers, tote bags, pens. I mean, that's a list of things. It might be worth you checking out. So, of course, Facebook.com/HappyThumbsGaming. Link can be found down below. And moving along, we're going to head on over to the next ray of light over here, which happens to be another one of these big garage doors. This one has a silver lock on it, though, so we know we're going to have to use Batman and his power suit to booyakashow that open. And once we do, we see we've got a couple of guys. Wait a minute, it's not the Green Loonturn. That was, in fact, the last time he needed us. This time we have to help Mr. Freeze because his buddy Killer Moth is, I don't know, a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So what we're going to need to do here is we're going to need to fly up, use a flying character, of course, and fly up on top of the building. And we'll get to that in just a second as he runs frantically. Come on. Any day now. Any day now. But once we get up top... Oh, yeah, that's right. We checked this, too. It actually gives us the hint, too. Fly up in the air and check out your surroundings, if in doubt. So that's what we do. We fly up top, and we notice, oh, there's some bats on the back of the building. So we jump up, or jump down, rather, at this point, and switch on over to Batman in the sensor suit. And we get our scan on. And as soon as we scan, we see the camera change, and it shows an arrow full of studs that point us in the direction over here. And there's this building, this one building over here that we haven't messed with yet that happens to have a glass door on it. So we'll go ahead and switch to Batman in the sonar suit one last time and get our on all 4 of those. Got to get one more. That's right. Can't leave you short with the sound effects. And once inside, bust everything open and grab the item. We switch to a flying character so it'd be quicker to get back and deliver this item. And once we get back, we hand it on over and we get our last gold brick and finish the last quest for this area. So that is nice. It's nice. All right. Mr. Freeze is grateful and Killer Moth does not know what to say. All right. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, that's right. He wouldn't keep his bad stuff in the communal freezer. Come on. He's smarter than that. I still love that he's got like that Arnold appeal to him. But, oh to the yeah. Again, long dialogue, but kicks down with Mr. Freeze character token as well. So, little added bonus. We were only expecting the gold brick. We actually knew. We didn't want to spoil it for you. So, at this point, we're going to give a quick fly around and make sure we didn't miss anything. The only light beam left is the one that takes us to the Slideways teleporter. So, we'll go ahead and check the totals and look at that. It's cleaned. We've got it, which means that's going to go ahead and wrap up Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham Hub Planet Qward Free Room. We found all the collectibles, saved Mayor West, and, of course, grabbed a couple of gold bricks along the way. So I guess that includes the collectibles, right? Anyways, all right, it's been a rough day today so far, and hopefully you guys found this video a little bit entertaining and maybe a wee bit informational as well. And if you did, why don't you guys head on over to our social pages, which can be found below. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, of course. That's probably where you're viewing this. We appreciate a subscribe if you guys, appreciate these videos. And thumbs up, thumbs down. Whichever. And HappyThumbsGaming.com, as well as Instagram, Twitch, and G+. If you're a Google Plus user, follow us on there. All of our stuff gets posted there, as well as Facebook. So, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, until next time.